So Jules Lund, who was the host of the session yesterday, he's a social media entrepreneur and TV and radio presenter. I think I've actually heard him for a little bit on the radio one time when I used to listen to radio. Now it's just a mixture of podcast or YouTube. I think I actually saw him also host something on TV, and these were in the days that I had Foxtel and had live TV that I used to watch, but no longer now. It's just purely on demand when I want to. Then I'll just find something on Netflix or Stan or Amazon Prime. It just depends. Anyway, Jules led. He was the first speaker. So it was interesting just to actually understand what he was actually involved in, what his business was all about. And from what I can actually write here, he's his tech company. So he's got a technology, probably a software app company called Tribe. Great name, actually, especially when you think about the way that businesses are these days and engaging in smaller groups and communities and finding your tribe. So he talked about the Instagram platform, and just recognised from how people have actually been using it and how brands could actually connect and the successes that they can have by putting the people who everyday people, obviously, that use Instagram, and just marrying them up with particular brands so that they could have that that connection between what that particular product and services that company has to offer with the everyday person. So it was interesting. I actually took a few notes from there. I'll just look over my notes, what I actually wrote there. He talked about just having like a call to action. With a lot of Instagram posts these days is, either maybe a link in a description, if somebody puts a link in the description. But it's just having a more targeted audience, it's made up of communities of users of the product or the service, and being able to illustrate that and portray that well with great looking pictures and images of people actually either using the product or the service, and maybe more in particular of like not making it seem fake, the actual image, like holding up an actual product, a drink bottle, but like you would normally actually see an ad or on the TV, on the old media style and of advertising and on a billboard, but just as a normal everyday thing, you just happen to be maybe tramping and you're hiking or you're out somewhere and that's what you drink because you actually do, you like the product. And so it's just that connecting those aspects together with the users and the actual brands that want to sort of be more personable about what they actually offer. So I thought that was actually very interesting. Okay, after Jules was Adam Hudson, and so I'll actually by all means check out the snippet and my actual response of what I actually got from Adam's talk.